that you need to always renew and regenerate in your heart. Because if you do not bring support to it, it will become, it's like phases in decline. Today I'm going to talk about phases of maintaining it rather than declining. We have a hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that says, "Jaddidu imanakum, qulu la ilaha illallah." Renew your faith and say la ilaha illallah. It's amazing how speaking a statement has to do with your heart of renewing things. Well, this is some tips to understand that. When the Prophet says, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, renew your faith, it means it's vulnerable to be flat, even fade away. So saying la ilaha illallah is part of what we call al-dhikr, remembering God. So when you are making dhikr of remembering God, in this statement particularly, what are you doing? First, you are thinking. Because you cannot utter something before you process it in your mind. And processing things in your mind is a form of contemplation. هو نوع من إيش؟ التفكر. So when you think of this word, it is a form of contemplation that is by itself an act of ibadah. And then when you utter it, you are making your tongue speak that which is in your mind. So you are doing a confirmation, ta'keed, which means an assurance of the concept of that which you are claiming. Number 3, it is a statement that represents what Islam is all about. Because with this statement particularly, La ilaha illallah, someone will enter what? Islam. So all Islam tenets can be summarized in La ilaha illallah. So saying just one statement, you are cashing all what Islam is all about. You have to think of this beauty. Not just that. You are making yourself hear what you spoke. So it is a thought, a speech, and then you're hearing yourself. As if it's a cycle that makes you aware of what this means so it can be followed by acts that support this statement. Then, even if there's no people around you, what did Allah speak of Prophet Dawood? يا جبال أوبي معه وإيش؟ والطير. That when Sayyidina Dawood, David, used to sit down and make tasbih, mountains used to echo tasbih with him and birds. So even if you are in your car driving, if you are behind your house in your backyard, sitting in front of, whatever, if you are on a picnic, if you are on a plane, I don't know, wherever you are, and you mention this dhikr, you are connecting to a universe that submitted to God unwillingly. You chose to submit willingly. And that's where harmony kicks in, a combination of both. And that's where things will testify on your behalf at the Day of Judgment. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ إيش؟ Whatever heard you, نحن والله فوق يعني كل ذلك شهيدا. Allah is the shaheed over everything. Then we have angels. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه Raqibun Atid testimony, declaring. Then we have the testimony of Al-Ard. تحدث أخبارها, if good with good or if bad with what? With bad. Can you imagine this whole concept of just making one word, how it can reflect on you and renewing and rejuvenating your faith? So the importance of dhikr, and this particular hadith, it's the word of La ilaha illallah, but any form of dhikr could be. So it's important. واحد بيجي بيحكي لك أنا شو جاي ما أستغفر الله أستغفر الله شو, what the heck? Oh yes, the heck it is. أنت you are assuring yourself of what you believe, stabilizing your heart. You know, when Mu'adh came to the Prophet ﷺ and he said, tell me about something that grants me heaven and keeps me out from hell. What did the Prophet say ﷺ? قال, you have asked about something huge. Embracing Islam is not a simple thing. It's big. It's huge. It's a journey. Wake up, وتوضى وصلي وتحمى مش عارف. You have to do a lot of things. But then the Prophet followed by saying what? sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وَإِنَّهُ لَيَسِيرٌ عَلَى مَنْ يَسَّرَهُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَيْهِ. But this huge thing can become so easy on whomever Allah wants it to make it easy on him. And we have an equation in the Quran that says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا. Those who are eager, striving to reach out to us, we shall guide them to our path. The path will be there for them. You just need to make the step. So if you are repeating these words, you are in an act of jihad, putting effort within yourself, and Allah will cash it back to you in this dunya and in the hereafter. On the minimum level, He will make you live in peace. Kun mabsoot. Because Allah said it very clearly. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَتَطْمَئِنُّ قُلُوبُهُمْ بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ. Those of faith, their hearts shall feel tranquility in the remembrance of God. Why? أَلَا بِذِكْرِ اللَّهِ تَطْمَئِنُّ الْقُلُوبِ. Because indeed, God made us, and if He made us and put the soul into us, this soul is framed to feel peace and tranquility with the remembrance of Allah. نسأل الله أن يجعلنا من الذاكرين له